Hello, everyone. Hello, how is everyone today? It is medical and clinical master hypnotherapist Mark Dielikowski here with Healing Artistry Therapies. I apologize that I haven't gotten a video out to you all in a while. It's been about a week. It's just been a very busy week for me between clients and family coming in for visits, and I'm also doing I'm working with Australia's premier hypnotherapist and business consultant Helen Midas. So I've been really busy working with her and her program to better myself and my education base so that I can help serve all of you so much better than I already am now. So it's just been busy, go, do. But that's all right. That's okay. That's how I like it. So the downside to that is I haven't gotten my video out to all of you as quickly as I would have liked, but I'm doing it now. So I'm glad you're here to join me. So many of you, like myself, have been on Facebook, and we've noticed, at least I've noticed, that it seems like every post that we scroll through as we're going through our news feed is negative. It's political. It's all about how this is happening in this part of the world and that is happening in that part of the world. And over here, it's even worse than over there. And it just seems like everything is one big cluster, one big mess, doesn't it? It seems like it's constant. You turn on the news on TV and you're hearing about all of the same stuff that we just heard about on Facebook. And sometimes we're watching the news on TV while we have our computers and our iPhones and all of our technology open to Facebook and the news online. And we're getting it double duty, triple duty. We're getting slammed by all of this news. And it's not any new news that negative news makes the news. I've always said that I wish that there was a station out there that only plays positive, good, inspirational, uplifting stories, because there is so much of that happening in the world, but they don't cover it. And if anyone knows of a news station like this, please let me know, because I'd love to watch it. I'd love to start my day off with positive news. I don't even turn the news on until later in the day, if at all, if I can help it. But even if you don't turn the news on, you're being bombarded with it, with Facebook, with people talking about it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And what I really want to do with my life, and I'm hoping that you all will as well, is put as much positivity out there as you possibly can. It doesn't cost anything. Even if you're just walking down the street and you smile at someone and say, hello, good morning, how are you? It doesn't cost you a thing. And it helps them and it helps you. It raises those wonderful happy dopamine chemicals in your brain to help you be happier. And usually it raises that in someone else as well. So what are the little things that you can do in your day-to-day life now that's going to really make a positive impact? And it might seem like it's small, but to some people, it's huge. Maybe it's going through the drive-thru and paying for someone's meal behind you. Maybe it's paying for someone's meal at the table across from you in the restaurant. Maybe it's buying a gallon of gas for someone. Maybe it's just giving them a candy bar or a handshake or a hug. Hugs are amazing. I call it squishing energy, because really that's what you're doing. A hug is squishing energy. And even if people aren't huggy-feely, touchy-feely people, I mean, I am, but some people aren't, you can energetically send them a hug. And just imagine hugging them and holding them and just being connected to people. We're so disconnected these days, it seems. We're so divided. We're in an age of information where it's easier now than ever before in our history to connect with everyone around the world. And we're so disconnected. I go out and I see people at restaurants and there's whole tables of people, and they're not talking to one another. They're on their phones, and they're texting other people, or they're swiping, and they're scrolling up Facebook or other apps. To me, that's insane. That's insane. We've lost the art of communication, of connecting, and that divides us so quickly, doesn't it? And what it does is it creates more worry. It creates more stress, more fear. And that feeds into it all. And then when you have all this negative news on top of it, that feeds those flames more. And so many people now, it seems, want to fight fire with fire. Well, guess what, folks? Fire creates more fire. Have you ever added fire to a fire pit when you're camping or a fireplace? What's it do? It gets bigger. It doesn't get smaller, it gets bigger. Where attention goes, energy flows. And if we are pouring our attention into all that we see around us that's negative, we're creating more of that in our world. We're creating more of that in our mind. I mean, I think we're all guilty, I know I am, of randomly sharing a post or two that is negative, that gets me heated. And then I come to my senses and I delete it because I realize that's stupid. I don't want to keep perpetuating that and putting more and more of that out there, because there's already so much of it out there. And it goes against my message and my life and what I want. So I urge you to really pay attention to your lives. And every morning I do this, and I encourage you to do this as well. Every morning I wake up and I say, God, make me a blessing today to someone. Help me to be a blessing. How can I serve others today? Even in the smallest way. That's really, because you don't know how that's serving people. Think about it in your own life. When has someone done something for you that maybe was easy for them, or insignificant to them, or cost them something that to them it didn't cost a lot, but to you it was a lot of money because you didn't have the money at the time? And it doesn't even have to be monetary. It can be words of affirmation or validation. One of my things that I will never forget until the day I die is one day I do the Renaissance festivals and different reenactments all over. And one day, one of the women who I have worked with for years, her name's Lolly. Hi, Lolly, if you're watching, I love you. She's a phenomenal performer, just phenomenal. It was the end of the day. It was a long, hot, grueling, miserable day at festival. I had been performing and in costume and makeup and everything at that point, probably 16 hours, something like that. So it's a long day. I get up around 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning for some shows, get all ready, get there, do cast call, do the show, and then it's another hour, hour and a half afterwards getting everything off. So by the end of the day, I am flipping cranky and tired and all of that. And I'll never forget it. She comes up to me one day, and I was kind of having a down day anyways, personally. I was going through a lot of stuff as well. But she comes up to me and she hugged me and she grabbed me by the face and she looked me in the eye and she said, "Never forget how much joy you bring into people's lives. And that is a gift. You bring joy. You bring laughter and happiness to people. And that's something that no amount of money can buy. And I want you to always remember, even on the days where you're down yourself and you're not feeling 100%, you are the type of person who gives so much to everyone and to the world, and you bring joy." And I think about that. Didn't cost her anything other than a few minutes of her time. But it's made a huge It's made a huge impact on my life to hear those words from someone that I respect and admire. It's something that I think of on days where I'm having a struggle to get through my day because of this or that situation, and I'm just not feeling my best. I think about that moment and other moments that I've had like that with people, and it puts things in perspective for me, and it really changes the course of everything. So, how have people impacted your life? And how can you impact other people's lives as well? Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for being with me. I really appreciate it. I look forward to you. I also, before I forget, I want to give a quick shout out to Anne. Anne, I know you've been watching these. I appreciate that you've been watching these. So thank you to Anne. And thank you to everyone else who watches the videos, who shares the videos, who likes and shares the Mark Dielikowski's Healing Artistry Therapies fan page, who's visited the website at www.mdlhealingartistry.com, who are part of my YouTube channel, who follow me on Twitter at Likowski Mark. Thank you all, because it really touches my life to know that I can bring something positive into your life. And thank you for inviting me into your lives, into your homes, across your computers. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So from me to you, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Be a blessing to others. Be a blessing to yourselves. Share that positivity and spread that stuff on everything. Have a great day. Bye.